Hi, I'm Kim Curtis, the founder and chef of Whole Body Happy and the creator of Your Diet for Life. So the question is, how do you relieve stress? If this has been an issue for you and you've been trying to relieve your stress but can't figure out how to effectively get that much needed relief, just know that you're not alone. Millions of people search for answers to this very question every single day. Here are 3 things that you can do right now to relieve your stress. 1, belly breathe. This is where you focus on your breath, breathing fully into your belly and then slowly releasing it. It signals to your brain that you're safe and that you can let your guard down. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which allows you to relax. 2, exercise. This can be as simple as a walk. The point is to get your body moving, which reduces your stress hormones and stimulates the production of those happy endorphins. Combined, these create relaxation. 3, focus externally or change your scenery. I call this getting outside of yourself. A good example is spending time with family and friends and having a really good laugh. Essentially, the goal here is to almost forget that you're stressed, or to put your stress aside and think of things outside of yourself. Once you use these 3 tips, there are a number of things that can happen. Let me tell you my story of how these techniques helped me. I worked for a startup back during the infamous .com boom and bust, and we worked very long hours and were under a lot of pressure. It built up, and I became so stressed that walks around the block wouldn't even calm me down. I needed to escape my thoughts, since no matter what I did would bring me back to that continuous circle of thoughts. If you've done yoga, then you know this is referred to as the monkey mind. Well, mine was on full throttle. I let myself get so stressed that I had to start with tip number 3, getting outside of myself, which luckily encompassed tip number 2, exercise. I learned about an escape that worked for me, and that was to go rock climbing. When I was on a route, whether in the gym or outside, not only was I in a different physical space with a completely different ambiance, but I was so focused on climbing that I couldn't focus on anything else. With that rock in front of me and that rope in hand keeping my climbing partner safe, all that either of us cared about was getting to the top and back down safely. Like clockwork, after I got into working through a few climbing problems, I was able to put the stress of work completely aside. I didn't know about tip number 1, belly breathing, back then, but nowadays belly breathing is all it takes to really calm me down and get me to a spot where I don't feel stressed. And that's because I don't let stress build up to the point where I need to completely escape. I've also learned to not underestimate the stress-relieving power of a good walk. These days I enjoy going for long, very hilly walks several times a week where I'm able to work through my thoughts so I don't really become super stressed in the first place. Once you've incorporated these tips into your life regularly, you'll find that you can relieve your stress with fewer stress-relieving interventions because you'll be nipping that stress of yours in the bud before it becomes all-consuming and overwhelms you, like it did for me in my .com boom days. What is that thing that makes you forget about your stress or that puts you in a different mindset? It could be gardening or hopping on your bike or, my favorite, cooking a great meal. Once you put these tips into action, there may be other questions you start asking, like, what are the symptoms of stress? How does stress affect the digestive system? How does stress affect the immune system? How does stress create inflammation? How do you do belly breathing? Once you've used these tips, I'd love to hear how you used them. Please comment below this video or on Facebook. If you have any other questions that you'd like answered, please post them here or on our Facebook page. I'd love to answer them for you. If you want more free tips, come visit me at wholebodyhappy.me. And remember, you will live your best in all areas of your life when you feel your best. Cheers.